Good evening, folks. Hold on a second. Good evening, folks. This evening's topic C talks about caring for the sandwich generation. Okay, so the article talks about caring for the sandwich generation, those supporting aging parents while still raising or financially assisting children or younger siblings. Okay, this article lays out a clear, practical roadmap for anyone feeling the squeeze of the sandwich generation. Those supporting aging parents while still raising or financially assisting children or young siblings. It explains not only what this phenomenon is, but why it happens, how it drains emotional and financial resources, and what concrete steps you can take to stop the cycle from repeating into the next generation. The surrounding page content emphasizes that this isn't just a personal struggle. It's a widespread, culturally reinforced pattern shaped by inadequate retirement planning, rising living costs, and unspoken expectations of vital duty. The guide's central message is that you can't change the past, but you can build a different future with intentional planning and honest communication. The problem in one line. You're the filling in a multi-generational sandwich pressed from both sides by dependents who rely on you financially and emotionally, often at the cost of your own stability and long-term goals. The article stresses that this pressure doesn't just strain your wallet, it erodes mental health, increases burnout risk, and delays or derails your ability to build wealth. Without an intervention, the cycle repeats. Today's overwhelmed adult becomes tomorrow's underprepared elder, passing the burden to the next generation. The 7 smart steps explained. are expanded. The guide offers 7 strategies designed to shift you from reactive crisis management to proactive long-term planning. Build an emergency fund as your financial shock absorber. This is your buffer against sudden medical bills, home repairs, or family emergencies. The article recommends 3 to 6 months of expenses up to 12 months if you're the primary provider for parents. The goal is to stop emergencies from derailing your future. Protect yourself with health coverage. Medical crises are one of the fastest ways families fall into debt. Insurance, public or private, is framed as a non-negotiable tool for preventing catastrophic financial setbacks. 4. Start a retirement or pension fund early. The guide underscores that the most powerful way to break the cycle is to ensure you don't become a financial burden later. Even small, early contributions benefit from compound growth. 5. Have transparent financial conversations with parents. This is presented as emotionally difficult but essential. Without boundaries, parents may unknowingly over rely on you. The article encourages honest discussions about what you can realistically provide. 6. Increase your income through skill building. Cut expenses as limits. Earn more. Expands your options. The guide highlights digital era opportunities. Freelancing design, writing, coding as accessible ways to create additional income streams. 7. Strengthen your financial literacy. Understanding the difference between assets and liabilities helps you avoid lifestyle inflation and unnecessary debt. This article frames financial knowledge as your primary weapon against generational dependency. Teach financial independence to younger family members. This step is about breaking the cycle at the roots, teaching kids or siblings to save, budget, and manage money, reduces future dependence and builds more more resilient family system. Common mistakes the article warns against. The guide highlights several traps that keep people stuck. Unlimited financial help that encourages dependency rather than stability. Skipping insurance because you feel young or healthy. Lifestyle inflation and FOMO, which drain resources needed for long term goals. Not tracking spending, allowing small leaks to become major losses. These mistakes are framed as unsustainable but preventable with awareness and structure. A practical starter action plan. The article encourages beginning with small manageable steps. Open an emergency fund account and and automate even a modest contribution. Initiate one honest conversation with a parent about limits and expectations. Choose one income boosting action, such as taking a short online course or offering a freelance service. These early moves build momentum and confidence. Okay, here's the second part, guys. Second part of D or C, breaking the sandwich generation cycle isn't about perfection. It's about consistent, intentional choices that protect your present and reshape your future by combining immediate safeguards, emergency funds, insurance with long-term strategies, retirement planning, income growth, financial education, and healthier family boundaries. You create a path towards stability and generational freedom. Okay, here's the rest of C. The article from Mental Health America offers a clear, compassionate look at what it means to be part of the sandwich generations. Adults who are raising children while also caring for elderly adults or for aging parents. It emphasizes that this dual care role is not a niche experience but a widespread reality. 29% of all caregivers fall into this category. The page underscores that people in their 40s are especially likely to be sandwiched, often supporting a parent over 65 while simultaneously parenting a minor child or financially assisting an adult child. The tone throughout is validating and practical. It acknowledges the exhaustion, emotional strain, and financial pressure that comes with this role while offering grounded strategies to help caregivers feel less alone and more equipped. Fast facts. The page emphasizes prevalence. Nearly 1/3 of caregivers are juggling responsibilities for both younger and older generations. Age group most affected adults in their 40s are statistically the most likely to be sandwiched between dependents. Demographics. The experience cuts across gender, race, and ethnicity. No group is uniquely burdened. Family satisfaction. Increasingly, sandwich generation adults report being slightly more satisfied with their family life than other adults, suggesting that despite the strain, many find meaning and connection in their caregiving roles. These facts frame the experience as both common and deeply human, rooted in love, obligation, and the realities of modern family life. Main, main challenges covered. The page organizes the emotional and logistical burdens into several core themes, each explored with realities. Loss of personal time. Caring for children and aging parents simultaneously can feel like living in a consistent state of triage. The page stresses that without intentional planning, caregivers can lose all senses of personality, personal identity. Suggestions include hold, holding regular family meetings to coordinate schedules, delegating tasks to reduce overwhelm, asking siblings, friends, or neighbors to support or for support, family conflict. Uh, Caregiving often reactivates old family dynamics, disagreements about finances, medical decisions, or who does what can escalate quickly. The page recommends honest, direct communication, setting realistic expectations for each family member, using using a mediator, such as a therapist or social worker, when conversations become too charged. Complex emotions. The emotional landscape is intense. Anticipatory grief as a parent declines, guilt about not doing enough, resentment about being the default caregiver, anger at the situation or at siblings who aren't helping. The page normalizes these feelings and encourages caregivers to express them through therapy, support groups, trusted friends, or private journaling. Feeling like a failure. With so many competing demands, caregivers often feel they're falling short everywhere. The guidance is gentle but firm. Avoid all or nothing thinking. Celebrate what you have done. Accept that perfection is impossible in this role. Cultural pressures. In many cultures, caregiving is not a choice, but an expectation. This can intensify feelings of isolation. Especially when workplaces or peers don't understand these obligations. The page encourages caregivers to lean on cultural or community networks, make intentional time to connect with their parent as a child, not just a caregiver. Practical advice the page gives. The article doesn't just describe the problem, it offers actionable steps to make the load more manageable. Okay, guys, so that is your C for the night. I will try and get back on in a few minutes and do a D. For now, get our wellness. Take care, folks.